Okay, I'm going to be doing a Confederate Ironman playthrough of Ultimate General Civil War on J&P's mod 1.27.4. I know the Confederate campaign just up to a little bit into Shiloh, so the first battles I'll know and will be relatively easy, just because I'm familiar with them, but after that it should be an interesting challenge. I always prefer the training start. I think training is the most powerful career point. We'll go on legendary. Alright, let's get to the starting battle. I like to get these guys both on shooting perks to start. That's not bad. I could make Kemper a melee unit, I guess. Not ideal for the start, but that'll work. I can get both my brigades to run to start, just to use up a little bit of condition. Something like that. All right, let's see how it goes. Hexmer is on hold fire because as he crosses the river, I really don't want him taking shots, so I need to get him to cover as soon as possible. Just like that. Slow these guys down now. And we'll bring Crocker into the side of these skirmishers, hopefully clean them up. So I need to keep Hexamer close enough to Shetland just to make sure they're not going to target my cavalry. Point of the cavalry isn't to do damage here, but to break their morale so that when I do charge them, they'll rout easily. Nice, wavering's good. So I'll charge there. Again, doesn't really matter how many casualties Crocker or Hexamer takes, so we'll be a little bit casual with them. We'll let the skirmishers get one more volley off, and then we'll hopefully take Shetland out as well. And the cavalry should be able to clean them up because they weren't broken right away. I'm going to take a couple casualties, but pretty minor. Again, these skirmishers are pretty easy to clean up. Everyone on this level is pretty low level. I'll be streaming these things live, but also recording them and putting them up on YouTube. Again, so a lot easier. Like I know there's one skirmisher here, and the two brigades are coming over here. My commander got scared away because they must be close. Here we are over here. See if my skirmishers can start taking some pot shots at them. Cavalry's revolvers are up, so they're going to be able to get some nice shots in here. And we can send the skirmishers elsewhere. Oh, hopefully it's not too soon. Those guys are turning pretty fast. Oh, it looks like I'm going to take a volley there. Maybe. Oh, no, I got it just in time. Only 2 volleys off. I didn't break the morale enough, so 1, 2, 3, maybe about 5 casualties. I'm going to take extra on top of that. Oh, even more because they were able to get a volley off and once engaged. So a little bit sloppy. Should have waited till they had fired. But again, these units aren't going to be mine, so it doesn't really matter. Going to try to put Heximer into position where he takes the fire. Oh, it took a while to rout. It took about 30 more casualties than necessary just from not engaging them all. The morale was broken. There's the Ohio. There should be another brigade a little bit closer here that Kemper will pick off. Well, hopefully Siegfried can handle the Ohio. There they are. Charging Heximer, which is crazy, but that's okay. Should be able to break them. Oh no, they're charging my commander. That's even more ridiculous. Okay. So now Heximer is sitting there in good cover. Let's get him up to 100 if we can. Close enough. And then hopefully Siegfried can just continue to shoot on him, get some experience. These reinforcements will be much too slow really to help with the battle over there, so I'm just going to send them up to the fort to help once we've cleaned up the guys we're engaged with right now. So I'm going to use Crocker to distract this unit just so Kemper doesn't take shots. Actually, maybe not yet. They're pretty far away. These guys have muskets, so I don't know if they can fire that distance. So Kemper might be at a safe range to continue just hitting him. Yeah. Alright, we're going to use Hexamer over here once the 3rd Ohio recovers to take some shots. There we go. It's got good cover, so he should be able to sit there. My guys can farm some experience firing at these guys. This is like the only battle in the game where the enemy will have muskets, especially on legendary, so this is really the only time we can outrange them, and as we're doing here with Kemper in the 2nd Ohio. And the Ohio, I'm assuming, is going to come back, so we'll just sit here and wait. This battle gives us tons of time, which I think they might sneak around, so let's make sure they don't do that. Interesting. I wonder where they are. Oh, there they are. So again, we'll keep Hexamer close enough to the Ohio that he'll be the target for them. Get my commander around there so he doesn't lose too much morale. We could also distract them with Crocker, but this seems to be going fine. They do very little damage. And there we go. So the Kemper and Siegfried as being the only units that I'm going to keep, and this being a pretty easy battle, just farming them some experience, get them a little bit higher level. Kemper I should be doing some more melee with, and I probably will, or maybe not. Don't really need to at this point. Try to get Hexamer in some good cover here so we can just tank some shots. All right, let's get Kemper going in. We'll go some melee here. Really won't be much experience because probably as soon as I get into range, they're just going to rout or surrender. If you're engaged in melee while reloading, it really saps your condition, so try to be at full melee when you do engage. Sorry, full reload when you do engage. That's why I held fire there, and also because I want to get to a position quicker. Charging the last second is best, so you can keep your charge as long as possible, but sometimes you want to use it beforehand. Oh, took a couple shots there. Maybe at one casualty. They do very little damage. I really should have targeted them and charged through both of them, but wasn't thinking. So get them distracted again with Hexamer. Maybe we'll do Crocker a little distraction too, and Kemper will finish them off. Oh, didn't even get a chance. Okay. Better to leave these guys as detached normally, but this part of the battle is so easy, just easier to manage them by reattaching them. Okay, I'm just going to get ready for my charge. These three guys will take the bulk of it, again, because they're allied units, so I'm not too worried about if they take casualties. You can see we still have tons of time. Oh, someone's taking some shots. Oh, just Hexamer getting to position. Alright, wait until I get all my condition back. Oop, had left Kemper on run. Sapped his condition unnecessarily. That's okay. They normally have an infantry brigade there. Maybe I just can't see it yet. Alright, so we're at full strength here. So I'm going to send the skirmishers in first, just because they take less casualties. Followed by these three guys. Can have them hold fire so they keep moving. And then my two brigades will come in and just be firing to clean up the rest. Once they get close enough, I'm going to send Hexamer across too, just to distract the cannon. Yeah, there's the first Ohio, okay. So Bernie can sit here and fire at these guys, hopefully from behind. I don't know how he's flanked. That's how it goes. Where's Canfield now? We'll charge the cannons. Oops, don't want to charge those guys. Charging early because I really don't need the full charge. And really just looking for them to get there faster. Oh, they got shots off on Crocker. That's not good. Doesn't really matter, but because Canfield got held up on the Ohio. That's too bad. So a little bit slower taking out that battery, and take 1 or 2 extra volleys unnecessarily. They're aiming, but I'm just about into melee range. Hopefully we'll stop them from firing on Hexamer. Good. Looks like we're not going to get another shot off. Alright, and that's the first phase, so we'll speed through to the second. And captures are nice, but I think they all have muskets, so they're not really valuable in only a few guys. And those, I believe, are 6-pounders. Yeah, not very valuable. Oh, got some chat here. Hey guys. All right, so they'll have some ironclads here. They're going to fire in the fort, but our cavalry will easily take them out. Most of their force will come over from over here. The fort is a good defensive position, so we'll stay there until we get our allied units in, both because the we don't want to attack until we have full force, and because I want my allied units to take most of the casualties, which is hard to do with 3 brigades, 2 of which are mine. So Cabell is a unit I'll keep, but actually I like him on horse artillery, so that's not bad. I could leave him that way. I'll disband him anyway, actually, because he has too many guns. Switch positions here. So again, I know these battles, so it's a little bit easier. The AI will do a lot of their damage up here. So I want Bernie to be taking that. Kemper they may charge and shoot at, so I may back in and out. We'll see. I don't want them to take too many casualties over down here, and we're just going to hold out until our allies come in. With Crocker, we're going to pick off a supply line and potentially a general on their back lines. There's their supply. Wallman would maybe I'll hold off on the general and try to hit their artillery. Oh, I hate when they send in their skirmishers. The skirmishers are so deadly. But it looks like, oh no, they're attacking Kemper, so I'll have to back off. Just so Kemper's not going to take the fire, and hopefully we get it on Bernie. Could go for their commander, which I probably will do, but I'm going to see if I can harass their artillery first. Some reason battle is out of range. So I can put Kemper back in. Yeah, it looks like it'll work. Oh, there's their 2 calves. I mean, their 2 artilleries. Should be able to take it out with my cav. That's a great start. So Burnham looks like he's going to try to come in here and charge. Hopefully he just holds off for a bit. Cavalry is working the first artillery. Hopefully we can get it before Haskell sets up. Let's do a nice distraction. Oh, that's great. Yeah, he moved right into both, so he'll take some shots here, but while he's doing it, oh, that's an early surrender. So I'll take that. Hopefully get him out of there fast and see what damage we can do with this before Crocker probably breaks. These guys are coming in, so just going to back them off a bit more. Don't want them firing at my skirmishers. Battle is hopefully not firing at Kemper. Doesn't look like he is. Alright, let's get him out of there before he actually does shatter, although it doesn't really matter if he does. Lowering that artillery is probably worth it. So looks like Burnham's going to engage with us, which is unfortunate. Oh, it's turning around. I have no idea why. It's retreating. It's interesting. And I managed to save my cavalry. I'll use them to take out their commander if I can. Potentially retreating because I've captured there and I have my artillery behind, which is a great distraction. I don't know if these guys can outrun. Those two are infantry brigades, but we will see. Battle's greatly firing at Bernie, which is perfect. See if I can get Siegfried some shots on him too. And Crocker should be able to take out their commander. I don't know if these guys will get away. Either way, it's been an effective stall, so it doesn't really matter. So this will stall nicely until my allied forces can come in, and then I should be able to get them to take most of the casualties. Even though they're out of range, sometimes you can get just beyond firing range, which is a safe way for you to fire without taking casualties back. I've never seen them do this before. That's interesting. They're all kind of running for the one captured squad. Works for me, but gonna make this battle, which is already kind of easy, even easier. Normally I'd have these guys sprint up. I don't know if I need to do that anymore, so I'm just going to walk them up. Always split off the detached skirmishers. They're highly effective. Try not to walk through the forest, as it'll slow you down. I have no idea what's going on there. Retreating again. It's irregular. So again, tons of time on this battle, so really no desire to rush. Might even be smart at this point to put hold fire on all my allied units, but that'll take longer, so I don't mind if they pick off some casualties. Okay, so I don't want Siegfried to get charged, so I'm going to retreat back over around the fort, and hopefully Kemper and these guys with the artillery firing can break that charge. Do not mind at all if those guys engage. So I'll draw them in, and then we'll probably finish them off. We've got 2 charges there. If I can angle this correctly, they'll actually engage Kemper. And now that they're wavering, that might be ideal. There we go. Yeah, so it looks like they're in melee. I'm not sure. We'll get Kemper some more melee experience in a second, right when they break. They're already supposed to be routing. Oh, I forgot, that's really slow. Getting out of the fort. So I don't know if I'll make it there. I hope I do. Yes, I will. Okay, good. Don't want to fire into my guys as they are in melee. So Allen's going to break these guys charging. He'll lose to these guys, but then Canfield can come and finish them off. Some nice kills on Kemper there. On over here. Looks like artillery's firing at me. Did I lose my horse? No. Good. So their cavalry's dead. I'm going to try to finish off that artillery with the horse. Kemper's still racking up some nice kills. We'll hold Allen off. Looks like they're in a good position to... It's too bad I'm in the open. They're not. But having them surrounded like that, I should be able to do great damage to them anyway. Should probably back off a bit just so Canfield's in better cover. Just with that guy. Actually, no, I need Canfield forward so he takes the casualties and Kemper does not. So we'll move Canfield up. Kemper's still not taking any casualties. Doing a great job of killing those guys. His condition's going to be brutalized after this, so I'm going to have to give him a rest. We'll rush him just to get him into cover. Oh, don't want him turning towards me there. Still doing a great job on Grant. Don't really need the supplies, just for the artillery. Start moving everyone up. already wavering, so I'm going to be able to charge this guy easily. But let's see if we can get him to routing before we do. Read the chat, bro. I don't know how long ago that was. Sorry, I'm new at this. There we go. They're routing. I'll just do, I was going to do one more volley, but that's okay. I'll charge in, finish those guys off. Kemper's still doing a fantastic job, just picking up extra casualties. But he's going to be useless with low condition, so I might as well just finish him off. I don't know. Oh yeah, his morale's dropping simply because he has low condition. You can only have a certain cap of morale when you're in low condition. So that's why his morale is low. It's not because he's getting hurt or anything. It's just because he's getting low condition, and you can't have high morale in those conditions. So Brooke is charging probably Canfield here. Yeah. Don't really want that, but I think that's going to be okay. These guys are doing great down there. That's fine. Siegfried getting some nice flank shots. Alright, at 20% morale, I think that's enough. So we'll finally tell Kemper to hold off, and he can sit and recover. Canfield's going to have to retreat here. Actually, yeah, we don't want to do it while he's charging. So retreat, I'd hold fire and run away. Oh, look at that. They stopped, and now Terry is engaging Siegfried, which is not ideal. I'll get Crocker to see if I can engage that and help out, and we'll get Bernie down here to hopefully hold them back. Want Kemper out of there. He's taking shots, unfortunately, from Battle, which I did not want. It's the problem with melee. You really don't have good control. Alright, we'll sacrifice Bernie just to make sure Siegfried doesn't pick some casualties up from that melee. So he's going to charge in. Normally I wouldn't fire into my own melee, but again, skirmishers are doing a great job of distracting those guys so Kemper doesn't take even more casualties. Wish Kemper had strength so he could go fight that, but he does not. Don't mind Siegfried doing the melee now. They're routing so heavily. I can keep moving my artillery up now. Actually, we'll leave Cavill here, just these guys here, just to focus on Terry and make sure we can route him well. looking good. Fortunately, Siegfried's going to take some casualties when those guys break, which is annoying. I don't think there's really much I can do about it, though. So let's just retreat him back. And we need to get a unit up there. I don't know who we can use. I guess we'll have to use our cavalry. They're pretty far away, but... The problem is Terry is also going to maybe go for the fort, which would be inconvenient. Canfield's losing here, which is surprising, because he's getting flanked from a lot of sides. Just help out before we go see to Terry. I can't hold position for some reason. There we go. They're wavering now. Oh, so am I, so might as well just keep firing to them a bit. Let's get him back in. So get in position and then use the horse to distract them once they're in line. Oh, those guys broke. That was unexpected. That's okay. Just as long as they don't fire at my skirmishers there. Just going to attack them so they don't get shots off in cavalry. Don't mind too much, but I like to keep their artillery. It's just expensive. Oh, look, they're actually attacking, so we'll charge them just to make sure they do not prolong. right. So this seems to be going well. This seems pretty under control. Once I get a little bit more under control, I'm just going to tell my allied units to hold fire as I push up. He's ridiculously charging at me. I can break that, but we don't need to right now. So just give them a little bit of better cover, even though they're not doing that much damage. And we'll get Kemper some melee experience charging if they survive. I'm not sure they will. Looks like they will. And one kill. Oops. Don't want them firing in. And so we'll get all the allied units to hold fire. Get Kemper and Siegfried back over there for a little bit of last experience before this battle's wrapped up. Or maybe their skirmishers and Cabal will take it. We'll see. I should do more damage than I thought. 6 damage of volley. Should probably give better cover. Now doing 3 damage of volley. Yeah, that was silly of me. Should have been better cover. That's okay. I don't even know. Does the timer expires? Does the battle end? Oh no, we got a little bit longer to finish these guys off. Wow, surprisingly strong. All right, so that's the first battle. More casualties needed, but again, it's allied units, so we're not really worried about that. My own units, 5 casualties and 80, more than you probably need to take, but again, so minor it doesn't really matter. No casualties, which is great. And these are really too minor to matter. Maybe some captured 12-pounders is nice, especially for Confederates. And 2 captured ordnance is nice too, actually. So capturing those artilleries is a nice little boost, but pretty minor. Some extra units, but we'll never use our whole pool, so there's really no point in caring about captures for that reason. Just for the additional weapons is what we like. And that's the first battle. So as I said, all points maxing out training first. So we want to get this pool here. The stats on these guys as high as possible. Every time we complete a grand battle, it will be replenished, and we want the guys that are coming in to have as max stats as possible. I always really like speed, even though at the beginning of the game I really do feel firepower is superior, especially when you don't have good perks in your soldiers. It really does significantly more damage, but I love making my guys nice and fast, so really helps out in maneuvering, so I always go speed on my commanders, corps commanders. Got melee up to 43 on Kemper, not bad. Not too high though. All right. So we'll look at the next battle on the next stream. That's my first stream, and I hope to continue more soon. Thanks, guys.